guys, what's happening? Larry from the Gym Rat Pack here with another video. And if you saw my first video about the arrest of Keefe D for the murder of Tupac, you will know that I said I was going to do another video about why his lack of knowledge of the law got him arrested. Basically being an idiot. Yeah, so I'm going to go into it now because I did a lot of research into this. Spoke to a few people that I knew who are in law enforcement in America as well, and also went through a couple of channels and articles and stuff like that. It took a lot to. That's why I'm only doing this video now. But yeah, basically, so what happened was Keefe D was known to the police almost right away about the whole Tupac murder after it happened with Baby Lane Orlando Anderson. You have to remember as well that Keefe D was a massive drug smuggler at that time as well. He was moving a lot of drugs. So the police decided that they were going to do a deal with him, which meant that they basically wanted him to tell the whole story on Tupac's murder, and nothing will happen to him on that at that time, and they will waive and forget about all the drug stuff just to get at the truth. So basically what they did was called a proffer deal. Now, the difference between, not an immunity deal, the difference between a proffer and an immunity deal is that an immunity deal means that once you give that evidence about that crime, you are now immune from prosecution for that crime forever. You cannot be prosecuted for that crime. A proffer deal is different. A proffer deal basically means that, okay, you're going to give us evidence for this crime that you were involved in, and we are not going to do anything to prosecute you for that crime now because of what you've told us. But in future, if you say anything else about that crime, we can then use that to prosecute you. That's the difference between a proffer deal and an immunity deal. And Keefe D, because he didn't have any legal training or had a legal representative with him when the police came, which would have been the smart thing to do, you know. And you can't blame the police, because at the end of the day, even if they said to him, they might have said to him, get a legal representative to explain this to you, and he probably waved it off thinking, yeah, I've got a mad deal, because he was in trouble at that point. Or he could have just thought, you know what, I don't need one, thinking it's immunity because he's that stupid. You know, but anyway, he thought it was an immunity deal. And I think that was because there was one interview, and it might have been Vlad TV where he did the interview, when they asked him, why are you bringing up all this stuff now? Aren't you afraid of prosecution? And he said, I have immunity. So he did think he had immunity, when really he had a proffer deal. So the proffer deal, and this is why it's taken so long to actually arrest and prosecute him now. Proceedings are now starting, you know, because they had to wait for him to snitch on himself so much that there is no doubt, or there is very little doubt, that he did this crime. And he's been very consistent, I have to say, on, if you watch all the interviews that he's had, not just Vlad, he's done numerous interviews apart from Vlad TV, but he's been very consistent on the story that he's told about the night of Tupac's murder. So the police were just waiting for him to just snitch on himself continuously. And now they've got him. they can now use that as evidence. You know, everything he said, they can now use that as evidence. You know what I mean? I don't know if they have additional evidence on Puffy. They might do, because I don't think they're going to arrest someone like Puffy on the say-so of Keefe D alone. Unless there's corroborating evidence to back up the claim that Puffy paid him, I don't think they're going to just arrest Puffy based on the word of Keefe D. But I could be wrong. But we have to understand that Puffy is a man of means. He got off a murder charge before, although he had Johnny Cochran then. Johnny Cochran's not alive anymore. So they better find the next Johnny Cochran if he wants to get off this one. But I'm going to wait and see. As I said in the other video, I'm going to wait and see to see if they're actually going to go after Puff. But yeah, basically, in a nutshell, that is why Keefe D has been arrested now and not before. Because they waited for him to snitch on himself so much that there's very little doubt that he was involved in these murders. Do you know what I mean? In Tupac's murder, should I say. So yeah, that's basically it. He thought he had immunity, and again, like I said, if you watch certain interviews, he has said that he has immunity. When they were asking him, why are you dropping all of this now? Then he says, I've got immunity, when he doesn't have immunity, and they just let him think that. But it's his own stupidity. He should have had a legal representative. A legal representative would have known the difference. I would have said that to him, and would have told him to keep his mouth shut. You know, but he thought he had immunity, not a profit deal. And as you saw from my description of both earlier, there is a difference. There is a difference, folks. So, you know, make sure that you have a legal representative explain shit to you, no matter what situation you're in legally with the police or whatever. Make sure you have a legal representative explain stuff to you, because otherwise you'll end up like Keefe D. But like I said in the previous video, listen, I've got no sympathy for the man. You want to involve yourself in stupidness like this, well, there you know, that's kifara for you. Yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes. As I said in the previous video, is Puffy going to be implicated? Is he going to be arrested? Is, you know, he's doing some very altruistic stuff right about now, giving, you know, former artists their publishing and whatnot for no reason. But he's just feeling generous all of a sudden. But yeah, you know, let's see where this goes. But yeah, this was basically what happened with the police, and this is why he thought he could just mouth off for years, and nothing happened to him. But yeah, he got chin checked there. So guys, what do you think about all of this, as I've explained it, between a profit deal and an immunity deal? Hopefully our American friends who watch the channel can chime in on this one as well. But guys, what do you think about all of this? Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think, please, yeah?